Hey guys, what is going on? We're back in the shop again here tonight at Wellington Speed Metal, jumping back on Project 69 Camaro. Where I left off last, we were cutting out the trunk floor here. As you can see, we got everything cut out. We got the inner and outer wheel wells cut out. Chris did a great job on cleaning everything up. So we're moving on. We did find a couple things here that we need to take care of before we get all the sheet metal put back in. But in the process, we actually start prepping a lot of this sheet metal, getting it fitted in place. With that said, I'm always talking about weld-through primer. Some guys use it, some guys don't. Guys, let me show you what's going on here. This is the bottom side of the trunk floor, the one-piece trunk floor. The gray area here that you see, I end up grinding this down to bare metal. And then I take my sander with 80 grit and I go over and try to smooth it out. Try to keep it nice. You know, this surface here, it's actually nice and smooth. I want to maintain that on this area too. The less grind marks, the better for me. Once we do that, we end up spraying usually one, sometimes two coats of weld-through primer. It's a zinc primer. So whenever we weld on this, it actually is a conductor. And what it does, it allows these frame rails to attach in here and allows it to go through. And any area in here that isn't covered, of course, it's going to rust. So that's why we put that in there. We want this to have a good conductor, you know, be able to weld into metal to metal and be able to get a secure weld. So with that said, we do all the areas on these. Here's the rear body panel. Go ahead and flip this around here a little bit. Now, it doesn't have to look real pretty. I mean, you can take your time. You're not going to see it. This is all going to be painted once it's all put back together. It's all going to be sanded down. But any areas where these panels come together, matter of fact, let me flip this around here. You want this to have, whoops, I actually got that on backwards. You actually want that to fit in there. And where it fits, you want it to actually have primer. Now, right in here, you got rear frame rails, you got the rear body panel, actually the trunk pan that actually mounts in a couple of these different areas. Now, with that said, I know it's blah, 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 blah. I'm showing you what I do in my shop. And this is how I do it. And again, sometimes people don't do it my way, and that's fine. There's more than one way of skinning a cat. Not really skinning the cat, but what I'm saying is I like to fit my material up. I like to know what I'm dealing with. Here's the inner and outer wheel well. This is your outer wheel well here. This is your inner wheel well. Or excuse me, this is the outer wheel well here. And this is the inner. So these edges right here, this is where they go together. I want them to fit nice. I want to know that they're going to fit. So I like trying to pre-fit all my parts. And you look here, this is on the inside of this the wheel well assembly. I know that this will all fit together. It's a pre-fit. Again, we cleaned up the areas, the outer edges, like right here. Now, I have not primed any of this yet, but this all will get primed. Now, this area will end up setting back here. Excuse me. It'll be right up along here in this edge. And what you're going to find, this here, I'll clean all this up, and this will also get primed in there. So when we weld that, it's going to have something that's going to prevent any kind of future rust and prevent any kind of, I guess, let me show you in here, kind of ugliness or damage. So you don't have to do it. I like to do it. I was told whenever I started learning how to do this years ago, use weld-through primer. You'll thank yourself. Do it nice or do it twice, they always said. So, if the customer's paying you good money, and you're paying anywhere from $75 to $100 an hour, some shops charge $150 an hour, you want it done right. Because the last thing you want to do is have yourself a car that you paid $30,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 to have sheet metal and paint. Yes, and that does cost that much these days. Not necessarily in every shop, but depending on the amount of work you do. You don't want to waste your money. You want to pay it once, you want to enjoy the car, you want to go out and not have to worry about it rusting. So, With that said, again, rear body panel, trunk floor. We still have the drop pans right here. Trunk drop pans they need done. Here is the other side of the wheelhouse. This is the right-hand side. Inside here, we're ready pretty much to go. On the frame rails, the trunk floor is going to get put back in there. Now, we do have some areas down in here on the quarter panels that we got to address, and we will. Again, guys, I talked about this in the past that sometimes you get these cars and they look great and they're band-aided up, and you never know what you're going to get into whenever you start tearing into these projects. So, with that said, I keep seeing my breath in front of me. So, I have to laugh because a lot of people said, hey man, you guys need some heat in that shop. We do. All the heat's turned off in the shop here this evening, and you know, the weather, it's horrible. I don't know where you guys are. We're here in the southern part of Pennsylvania, and it's down in the 20s, and I mean, this morning, I think it was down in the single digits, especially with the wind chill. So it is cold. I'm not heating my shop overnight, so I don't think these cars are going to complain and say, oh, I'm cold. But anyhow, with that said, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you can want to hit me up and let me know how you do your cars, I would love it. I might be an old dog, but I can be taught new tricks. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you do it. If you like it, you dislike it, I got thick skin. Tell me. I'm stupid. I should do it another way. I doubt that. This world isn't cruel. But anyhow, this is what I do. We're back on Project 69. I'm hoping to get this done here before long. We still got a little bit yet to go with the rear windshield filler panel. Excuse me. The dash assembly, the inner dash assembly, we got to cut that out. We found out a lot of rot back in here. And that's a common area for these to rot. So, we're going to have some more upcoming videos. Guys, I appreciate your support. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your likes. Don't be afraid to smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell. Whenever I'm putting up a video, you'll get a notification. You know how it works. Again, I'm new at YouTube. If you got any ideas for me on what I could do to make better videos, please let me know. So, again, appreciate your support. I hope you guys are staying warm. I hope you guys are doing well. Until next time, take care of yourself. Thanks, guys.